I never thought I'd live to see the day someone demanded half my salary just because she's a single mom. Wait, what? Being a single mom means you're entitled to someone else's paycheck now? This isn't a joke. This is 100% real. One fine day, a woman slid into my DMs, sweet, charming, as if we've known each other forever. Then slowly, she hit me with this, "You make $5,000 a month, right? As a single mom, I think it's fair you give me half." I was dumbfounded. Let me ask you, if you work your butt off for your money, would you give half to a complete stranger, just because she calls herself a single mom? She doesn't know you, but she believes you owe her because you're a man and she's a struggling mother. And no, that's not the end. I politely declined, and guess what? I got blocked. 2 days later, I was exposed online. Warning, this man only cares about money. He wouldn't even help a poor mother. And that, my friends, is just the beginning of a crazy expose. With a twist so ridiculous, it'll make your jaw drop. Trust me, you'll want to stick around till the end. Before I dive into this story, let me tell you a bit about myself. I'm a software engineer, single, living alone in a small apartment in Chicago. I make around $5,000 a month. Not rich, not poor, just decent. I don't do Tinder. I hate online dating. But I do enjoy scrolling through Facebook groups and dropping the occasional wholesome comment. One day, I found myself in a group about single parenting, pure curiosity. There, I stumbled upon her post. Let's call her Melissa. Profile pic, a woman hugging a child. Caption read, "No one understands the pain of single moms. Strength is the only choice." I felt bad, so I left a little comment. Hang in there. Some of us still believe in moms who fight hard. 5 minutes later, she DMs me. Super polite, super sweet. "Thank you. I didn't think men like you existed." Honestly, I didn't think much of it. Just thought I was doing a kind thing, lifting someone's spirits. We started chatting casually over a few days. Nothing flirty, just life stories, kids, struggles, bills. She told me she freelanced from home, couldn't afford daycare. The baby's father was long gone. Only her elderly mom helped out. I truly felt for her. But little did I know, I had just stepped into a trap so well crafted, it almost seemed innocent. Her first message was gentle. "Thank you. I thought men only judged. I didn't expect someone so kind." I replied, "Maybe you've just met the wrong ones. There are decent guys out there." And just like that, she clung to me. She messaged me every day, told me about her baby having a fever, her mom being sick, no money for milk today. I felt bad, but something felt off. We barely knew each other. Why so much, so soon? Then came the lines like, "If someone could just help me this month, I'd be forever grateful. You're such a kind soul. I just know you wouldn't let a mother and child suffer." There it was, the guilt trip was planted. I tried steering the convo away, talking about games, work, light stuff, but she always brought it back. Back to her struggles. Back to how good people help others. She painted herself as proud yet fragile. Someone who doesn't want to ask, but just wants to be understood. One night she messaged, "I hate begging, but someone once told me, it's better to ask than to let your child starve." I thought, maybe she just needs a little hope. I sent her $50 via Venmo, just once. That's it. Immediately after, came the waterfall of heartfelt messages. "You're the best man I've ever met. If someone ever asks me what I believe in, I'll say, I once believed in you." Wait, when did I become her savior? This didn't feel like kindness anymore. It felt like manipulation in slow motion. I thought that was it. One-time thing. But no. 2 days later, she messages again. "I'm $200 short on my electric bill. My mom's sick, we need the heater on 24/7. Can you help one last time? I promise, this is the final ask." Last time? Sounds familiar. I politely said, "I'm trying to save this month." And just like that, her tone flipped. "Men are all the same. You disappear the second things get hard. What if this happened to your wife and kid, huh? Wait, I don't even have a girlfriend. Started feeling less like a cry for help and more like emotional blackmail. Then came the worst part. She started doing the math on my salary. You make $5,000 a month, right? Give me $2,500. What's the big deal? You still have $2,500 left. Excuse me, what? Did I sign up for marriage in my sleep? When did it become normal for strangers to demand half your paycheck? I asked just to be sure. Are you saying you want half my salary every month? She said it plain and proud. Exactly. I'm raising a child alone. Men should have social responsibility. Social responsibility to someone I don't even know? Okay, I must have missed that memo from the United Nations. I replied, I don't think that's reasonable. And boom, she snapped. Knew it. You're just like the rest. You seemed nice, but turns out you're just a greedy jerk. And then she blocked me. I exhaled. Thought that was the end of it. But oh no, my friend, this was just the warm-up. I thought I was done with her. But nope. Less than 48 hours later, a random stranger messaged me. Hey, did you know Melissa? She just posted about you in this huge Facebook group. I jumped in to check, and holy crap, it was an epic takedown post longer than a Netflix script. To those fooled by a kind face, I met a man who I thought would help me and my baby survive. But no. He turned out to be a greedy, heartless jerk. She even posted screenshots of me saying, I'm saving money this month, as if that's a crime. I was stunned. So saying no now equals being heartless? Is my salary now a public resource? It gets worse. In the comments, a whole cheer squad of moral highgrounders showed up. Single moms deserve support. That guy must be one of those cold, money-obsessed types. He's a man. Men should provide, period. All I could do was laugh in disbelief. Also, she didn't tag me by my real name, just my Facebook handle. So she wants the internet rage, but not the legal responsibility? What kind of genius manipulation is this? I debated responding. A friend said, don't. You'll just get flamed harder. But ignoring it didn't help either. I started getting DMs from strangers, cursing me out. One person wrote, men like you don't deserve to be fathers. Excuse me? I don't even have kids. At this point, I felt like I'd been cast as the villain in a ridiculous one-act play I never auditioned for. All because I once gave her $50 and showed a little kindness. That's it. No flirting. No promises. No, I love you. Yet here I am, being crucified like I broke her heart and stole her baby's formula. I just want to scream. I am not an ATM. And I am not a damn saint. I'm just a regular guy who was too kind to the wrong person. At first, I was gonna let it go. But the way I got exposed like that, I needed some closure. So I decided to do a little digging, just to see if this single mom story was legit. Went back to Melissa's profile, scrolled through her old posts, and there it was, a photo of a man holding that same baby. Caption, our little family, our big love. Wait, I thought she was solo parenting through the storm? I clicked on the guy's profile, saw pictures of them together at a park last week with the baby. Caption, family time is the best time. No breakup, no single mom. So, was I being played? I got suspicious, jumped on Reddit because, let's be honest, Reddit knows all. Searched, Melissa scam Venmo, and boom, a few threads popped up. Not saying it was the same person, but the MO? Identical. Single mom story, sweet DMs, emotional plea, rejection equals exposure. One user said he lost $300. He helped, then got slandered. I read through it all, chills crawling up my spine. I can't say it's my Melissa, but how is everything matching point by point? I kept reading. Some said they discovered secret Telegram groups. Names like Survival Guide for Single Moms. Inside, templates for guilt trip messages. Drama scripts. Step-by-step guides on how to get the money without getting blocked. I don't know if my Melissa is part of it, but one thing's for sure, not every sad story is true. And sometimes, they don't want love. They just want your wallet. I don't hate single moms. I respect women who fight alone, who raise kids on their own. What I do hate are people who weaponize that title to exploit others. They turn empathy into obligation. They twist kindness into weakness. And when you don't give in, you become the villain. What I've learned from this is simple. Not every sob story needs saving. And not everyone who says, "I don't like asking," is being honest. Some people don't want your love. They just want you to feel guilty for not giving. And that is the most dangerous kind of manipulation. I'm not sharing this story to vent. I'm sharing it because if you've ever been like me, fooled by a soft voice and a sad tale, you're not alone. And if something like this has happened to you, drop it in the comments. Let me know I'm not the only crazy one here. At the end of the day, I'll say this: I work to feed myself, not to feed someone else's fantasy. If the story feels too crazy to be true, yet somehow hits a little too close to home, subscribe to the channel. We've got more unbelievable stories coming. You won't want to miss them. There are all kinds of people in this world. Some ask for nothing, just basic decency. Others, they ask for everything, then call you heartless when you say no. What's scarier? They don't even think they're wrong, because to them, profiting off kindness is just smart strategy. I'm not sharing this to attack anyone. This is more of a reminder for myself and maybe for you too. Kindness is great, but don't let yourself become an emotional ATM. You know the old saying, give a man a fish, feed him for a day. Teach him to fish, feed him for life. Well, these days, don't give a fish, you get roasted. Try to teach fishing, you get blocked. Grinning face with sweat. If this story felt like a joke, but also kinda hurt like reality, thank you for sticking around till the end. Hit that subscribe button if you want more bizarre, infuriating, and unbelievable stories. Because let's be honest, every week, this world gives us at least one story that makes you want to scream, "What the?"